December 11th, 2013. Guys, everyone saw the Nelson Mandela funeral. It was broadcast worldwide. Remember, it was daytime there and it was raining. Here it was nighttime. We're on the other side of the earth. And I listened to it on BBC Radio, and it was, you could hear it, you couldn't see it. But sometimes it gives you a perspective into the meaning of the words or the tone of the voice. And I immediately came, as soon as I heard it, guys, I came in, I had to open my Bible and read this chapter. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful." Now, pause this and read it, and I'm going to link you to this free software, guys, but this struck home too deep. I've studied the Bible for years and years, just like I study other things, guys, but it leads back to 13 in Revelation. And Paul Begley and them were talking about this today on the show, and I'm going to be on there tomorrow. And we're going to, I think it's from 11 to 2 p.m. Central Time. But they talked about this, and it's very important. And it's, again, it's shaking. This is not normal activity that we're seeing. But in 13, it says, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns." The 10 crowns are these 10 kings, guys, waiting for their power. They have been loyal to their master. "And I saw one of his heads is wounded to death, and this deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after this beast, and they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto this beast." Guys, you realize what you saw, this, how everyone was praising Nelson Mandela. Not saying anything negative about this man at all. That's not my point. This is goes into the supernatural. I want you to read this. This talks about the beast rising, and he has power to war with the saints, and given he's power over all the kindreds, the tongues, and every nation. They were all there. Now, Paul Begley on his show today, when they had their callers, they were talking about they were going to bury Nelson Mandela on with a leopard skin over the coffin. That's one of the signs of the beast. Also, you need to check that program out, and I'll get him to talk about it on tomorrow's program, about some of the other things that are symbolic in this funeral. But guys, in the 13:18, it says, "Here's the wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666." Now, I did a video a long time ago, and I'm going to link to it about this. But this tells about a guy named Alistair Livingston, and he was deciphering some of these old texts and these tablets. And they're talking about Anu and Enlil and Enki that go on, and they're later talked about in the Greek and some of the other languages. But this is the oldest tablets on earth, and this is the one time they were able to trace a person with a number. And Adad was 666. The Anunnaki was 600. Anu, remember, he was the top leader, and then 6 was Adad, and Adad was the god of weather. Are you listening? Hurricanes, storms, thunder, and rain. Now, I'm a Christian and I believe in Jesus. But Jesus didn't want people that were just going to wave left and right with the wind. You blow left or you blow right. You're not steady. If you're founded in the rock, then you can walk in any valley. Go out and study and learn, knowing Christ is your Savior, but understand that there are parts of history that are very important. These are clay tablets older than any other written form on earth. But this tells the story of what's going on. Now, guys, we don't know. Are we about to see a rising of a beast with a deadly wound? Now, I told you about going into the book of Enoch, and it will tie Revelation 13 and 17 even deeper. And they're talking about supernatural possession. Now, Mandela, just bear with me. No one knows. I understand that. Please, but listen to what I'm telling you. Coming from my heart and my gut on this feeling. Something like this is very close to happening. And it's a supernatural possession of an ancient evil spirit. And they're talked about in the book of Enoch when God was talking to Enoch. This is a heads up, guys. Just think about what I'm telling you. Take time to read and absorb it. Again, don't be afraid to look at the history of other nations and other civilizations, because you're standing on the rock. God needs his warriors to be strong and stand in the wind of the storm, not to blow down at the first little thing. And don't come over here and say, oh, you're teaching another religion. Bull. You know that I just went through Revelation. And doesn't it say in the New Testament, if he is with us, he can't be against us? I teach Jesus, but I teach history. And Christ taught history. And the Old Testament is about this history. And when I get through with the video on Enoch, you're going to understand how evil that the supernatural people that are trapped in the bottomless pit and their spirits roam on this earth have taken over the elite of the world for ages. And now these 91 kings are about to be taken over, and they're are priming the whole world to see and to pile the praise on and the wonder. Just watch, guys. Heads up.